Welcome to Out of Order. I'm Marcus. I'm here again with the red tent. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to pop out the board and I'm going to install a board that I got from a guy on eBay, which is really cool. He's really knows what he's talking about. But anyway, it's a combo board. It's got Goonies and Gradius, but I'm just going to leave it permanently set to Goonies. So I'm going to remove that and we're going to take a look at the kit and then see if I can get it to go back together and actually come up with Goonies. I'm also going to embrace the Skate Kid Bros, which was on the other side. So I actually custom made some art for the marquee on the front, and then also a topper that I'm having printed by another friend of mine to match the one that the Goonies will have. So basically there's going to be a topper on this for each side, a really small one, but it's still pretty cool. And then yeah, the marquee, I went ahead and made that, and so we'll see how this thing looks, but I'm gonna try and first get it working with Goonies. So let's see if I can do that. So I removed the two harnesses. I'm tempted to call them JAMA, but I don't think they are JAMA. So there's, in fact, I know that's not, but anyway, so the two of them, and then this thing just slides out like this. So let's take it out and pull it over to the bench. I've got the new daughter board with Goonies and Gradius. There's also a little switcher that you can install, which I'll probably install just for fun. But so this side over here is Excite Bike. This side over here is Super Mario, or it's Skate Kid Bros. So I'm not going to touch this. And when you select games, you can, if you're going to do a daughter board like this, or even replace all of the ROMs for the game, you have to make sure that the PPU will work for that type of ROM set. So Excite Bike will work with the Goonies, but for example, you could not install it over here because it's different. So when selecting games online, if you do want to change them out, you have to keep that in mind. So this guy, pc10.com. Check out that website if you're interested, but it's really cool. So what I'm gonna do, I've got my IC chip pullers. I'm gonna pull these out, which I can kind of show you guys one here with one-handed a little bit, but so it just kind of comes out, you just pull out. So I'm gonna remove all those. I'm gonna pull this out, I'm gonna pull the PPU out, I'm gonna install them over here, and then I'm going to actually insert this straight down here. And in theory, that should be all we need to do. So I'll show you guys once it's installed. All right, I removed all the Excite Bike ROMs, and then I moved the PPU and CPU to the daughter board. It is installed. So it went down as far as it would go. So I think we're good. So I'm ready to test it. Hope it comes up and works. Let's try it out. Goonies never say die. All right, so Skate Kid Bro is still working. Everything's installed. I got the reset switch here, which should toggle games. Let's go to the other side. Check it out, it's Gradius. So the colors look great. I mean, not amazing because the monitor's old, but the colors do look appropriate for Gradius. Let's reset it. So you flip this and then you reset it. Hell yeah, dude. That is awesome. Oh man, okay, so I don't think I have this set up yet. Let's all right. Awesome, dude. Holy crap. All right, so major success. So I'm going to replace this with a Goonies marquee. Put the topper up here, and then same thing over here. The marquee's hidden, but yeah, there's a marquee for Super Mario Brothers, so I'm going to change that to be the Skate Kid Bro, which I think is hilarious. I don't want to get rid of it. Also, we have a Super Mario Brothers arcade here, so oh my god, it's that song. You know, this is a lot actually like Goonies 2. I wonder, that's strange. I wonder if, like, this is basically like Goonies 2. Same song and everything. Which is a bizarre game. I'm playing one-handed. Oh. This is what was installed. This is actually just for Super Mario Brothers. Looks crazy, but when Jesse and I were looking at that, we couldn't figure it out. We were like, oh, what is this game? But yeah, it's just the original art. But anyway, it goes under the marquee. It's like this piece of plexiglass. If you don't tape it on, it will fall off. It'll just fall right out from under the plexiglass. So this is from the factory or whatever. It's that really thin double-sided tape. So I had some double-sided tape, but it wasn't really thin. So I got this, which is pretty thin. I can stretch it out and it should work. The Goonies one I found online. My dad printed that out. Thank you, Dad. Looks good. And then this one I just made, which is pretty funny. Because I think it's cool to have Skate Kid Brothers. It's a weird game. And so I just went ahead and like made this little marquee. Yeah, collect power-ups. I put the images there. Power up your little dude. Avoid these totally bummed out enemies. And then save America and your hot girlfriend. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a strip of this stuff on and then put it underneath on the red tent and then try and reattach it. So it's going to be a little bit of a process, but that's what I'm going to do. So there's that stuff installed. What I did was I just stretched it out because if you don't stretch it out, it's going to be a little too thick. So that's pretty thin, which is what we want. We don't want it to pop up too much. So let's go stick it on there. All right, so there it is applied. Looks pretty good. This is the piece of plastic that goes over the top of it, which is a little weird to attach on the inside, but not too bad. So I'll just flip this up, attach it. I think I showed this already, but this is the marquee for the Goonies, and then I just got this one, which I also custom made, versus Skate Kid Brothers. So my only dilemma is whether or not to mount it on the top. I don't know how else to do it. Probably in the center, but I want to do it where it's minimizing damage, you know, to the red tent. So I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to figure that out, if I'm just going to attach it or not. But I think they're really cool. So anyway, let's finish this. All right, so there it is, installed. Looks really cool. I just, you know, hand tightened it on the inside. All right, it's looking good. Pretty awesome. So I think that this is probably the best way to do it, and I have a better idea of how to do it so it doesn't require drilling 6 holes in the top of the red tent. I have an idea on how to do that, so I think I'm gonna look into doing that. But yeah, it looks kind of cool. Also, these could even get closer together like that, so it could just be one piece, which I think looks pretty nice. Skate Kid Brothers. Have you ever seen anybody give Skate Kid Brothers this much love? I don't think so. Got its own marquee here. This was somewhat of a unofficial game. It's I don't know, it was like 2-bit games. I think I put the logo on here. What did I put? 1988 TBS 2-bit systems or something like that. And the company might even still be around. The place I got some of these PNGs, I mean, some of them I had to Photoshop, but was a website that kind of talked about the history, so it was pretty cool. It's a weird game. It's like a ROM hack, but it's pretty bizarre. And some of it is totally different than, you know, Super Mario Brothers. It's just really strange. So it's kind of cool. So here it is, completed. This took a long time. You know, the game looks really good. The monitor, especially on this side, looks really good. I made sure to get as good as I could get it. I am still thinking of adding just a little bit of a protector on the buttons here, but they kind of have their own. It's not really worth dealing with right now. But yeah, so it's all completed. It's a hilarious game, and it's definitely a fun one to have, and I think it's cool too that it's actually not like emulated in the end, you know. So yeah, here's the side art, not side art, the instruction. So there's that I made, and then got this one, which I ended up outlining it and kind of redoing it because it looked kind of weird. And you can see I've got this cup holder thing, which I think I talked about, but I ended up making it so it does not attach into any of the metal. It's completely free floating. You can actually pull it off if you want. And you know, the benefit of that is that nobody's going to, you know, well, like, you know, there's no damage done to the side of this at all. Also up top, I added these things that I ended up painting, and they're just kind of like, they're like floor shims is all they really are. But it's to prevent you from putting your drink up here, and instead use one of the four, you know, one of the Ford cup holders. On the other side, I've talked about this in other videos, but is versus Skate Kid Brothers. And it's also a very weird and interesting game. This was the side art that I made for that. I think I showed that in the other video. But I just pretty much made the entire instruction sheet because there wasn't one that existed. And then made that too. So the red tent is complete, ready for action. I'm excited to get some game time on these things since I've been just working on them all the time. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. Thanks for subscribing to Sunset Hotline. And of course, until next time, you know what you're going to do. You're going to keep that shit retro by playing Goonies 2 on the NES later on.